A very good afternoon to you. Welcome to your lunchtime news bulletin coming to you live here on MTV Sports with News First. I'm Shahin Rampati. First, let's start off with a look at your headlines. A special discussion under the patronage of the Elections Commissioner regarding PC elections. Another arrest made in connection with the shooting in Lagala. 20 children dead following food poisoning in India. Now for the stories in detail, a special discussion on the upcoming elections for the Northern, Northwestern and Central Provincial Councils was held today under the patronage of the Elections Commissioner Mahinda Deshapriya. The Elections Secretariat said that District Deputy Assistant and additional Elections Commissioners participated at this discussion.
They had been instructed on their functions for the provincial council elections. The Election Secretariat says a special discussion with the district returning officers of the provinces where elections are being held was held yesterday. The Election Secretariat says a discussion will be held with party secretaries subsequent to the handing in of nominations.
The police have commenced operations to apprehend another suspect in a shooting that took place in Lagala last evening, which resulted in an 8-year-old boy sustaining injuries. The police media spokesperson's office said that 2 arrests have been made in connection with the incident. One of those arrested is the son of the chairman of the Lagala Pradesh Sabha. The police say that a 12-bore shotgun was used in the shooting. Meanwhile, strong winds blew across the Polgahawata area in Bollata North, Ganemulla, damaged 9 homes this morning. A reporter says that strong winds hit the area at about 4:30 this morning. Trees that were felled by the strong winds had fallen onto homes, causing damage. Police investigations have revealed that 2 suspects had carried out the murder of a businessman in the Aliwatupitia area in Sidua yesterday. The victim, named Sugat Seneka Fernando, was a businessman who operated an air-conditioned service center. Investigations have also revealed that the suspects had arrived in a 3-wheeler to carry out the murder. While statements have been obtained from 3 people regarding the murder, the magisterial inquest and post-mortem examination is to be carried out today. An infant's body was discovered early today in the Arnaika Gamman-Nagoda area in Kudawaya. The police media unit said that the discovery was made following a tip-off. The infant's body was found in a sand mound in Kudawaya, but the infant's guardians are yet to be identified. The Arnaika police are conducting further investigations. Meanwhile, the Minister of Environment and Renewable Energy says that a program has been implemented for the management of waste. Its Secretary DMUT Basnaika said that garbage disposal units have been installed in the Anuradhapura, Panadura, Dompe and Kandy areas. We have prepared a program for the management of waste. The Central Environment Authority has provided technical and financial support to 115 Pradesh Sabhas under this program. We are planning to construct 5 sanitary garbage disposal units within the next year. We hope to solve all garbage-related issues. We hope to use the waste as a resource. Through this program, we plan on manufacturing biogas, recycled plastic and compost fertilizer. The opening ceremony of the new education reforms program at the Bibila Wellas National School was held yesterday under the auspices of the Minister of Wildlife Resource Conservation, Vijit Vijayamuni Zoisa.
When secondary schools were being established, there was massive protests with parents and teachers picketing on the streets. It wasn't our mistake, but a mistake of our kind. The Sinhalese will not do it, neither will they let anyone else do it. No matter which government is in power, if they try to do something good, the opposition will always be against it. This is our pattern, our life pattern. This is our habit. It is the same in our government. When the UMP was in government and they tried to do something positive, we opposed it. A lot of people fell into trouble because of this weakness.
The Department of Examination has received numerous complaints regarding the fact that some students have still not received their admission for the GCE Advanced Level Examination as yet. However, Commissioner General of Examinations WMNJ Pushpakumar said that all admission forms have been mailed to the school's principals.
We
sent the examination admission forms to the school's principals at the beginning of this month. So these admission forms have to be distributed as soon as possible because we have received complaints from certain students and parents that they have not received the admission form as yet. If students receive the admission form, they might have the opportunity to make certain amendments to their subjects if required. And if there is any such situation, they could make these amendments by the 25th of this month. The GCE Advanced Level Examination will be held between the 5th to the 31st of August. The Commissioner General of Examinations said that 280,560 students will be sitting for the examinations under the new syllabus, while 12,146 students will sit for the examination under the old syllabus. Still in local news, the Government Nursing Officers Association commenced a strike this morning, citing several demands. The president of the GNOA, Saman Ratnapriya, said they would only engage in essential services.
The strike is being held on the basis of numerous issues, including the failure to grant due promotions to over 9,000 officers employed in the nursing profession, allowances and salary arrears. Our reporter says that although clinical services at the Mathura General Hospital were affected somewhat, essential services are being carried out.
Only 100 nurses have reported for duty of the 300 nurses. We didn't engage these nurses for the protest, especially those in the pediatric ward, pediatric intensive care unit and other prominent wards.
Our reporter said that services at the Anuradhapura Teaching Hospital were also affected somewhat.
Nurses in the hospital have not engaged in their day-to-day activities. While a total of about 360 nurses should be on duty, only 150 have clocked in. That is about 60% of the nurses in the hospital.
Meanwhile, the Secretary to the Ministry of Health, Dr. Nihal Jayatilaka, said that since the demands that have been made by the strikers have been referred to the relevant institutions, the strike action is unnecessary.
Well, on to sports news, Nadika Lakmali succeeded in setting a new Sri Lanka women's javelin throw record today with a distance of 60.64 meters. She showcased her skills at the Inter-Regiment Athletics Championship of the Volunteer Force at the Sugatadasa Stadium. Nadika Lakmali had set a previous record of 60.29 meters at the Asian Athletics Championships held in India. On to other sports news, World 100 meters champion Johan Blake will not defend his title at next month's World Athletics Championships in Moscow due to a nagging hamstring injury.
I'd see him on the giant screens at either end of the arena.
The 23-year-old Jamaican suffered the injury at the UTEC Classic in Kingston in April and missed last month's Jamaican trials but had qualified for the 100 meter in Moscow as defending champion. Cubic C. Gobbins said Reuters that this decision was made after continual assessment and re-evaluations since his withdrawal from the Jamaican Senior Championships. He further added that Johan has made vast improvement, although the injury sustained in April of this year has prevented him from attaining the necessary fitness levels that has grown accustomed to seeing in his competition performances. Blake won the 100 meter in South Korea in 2011 following the disqualification of Usain Bolt for a false start.
Take second and third places and then...
Now moving on to football news, Edinson Cavani was officially unveiled by Paris Saint-Germain yesterday after completing his move from Napoli. However, Cavani arrived 2 hours late for his first press conference with the Paris club yesterday. But according to club president Nasser Al-Khelaifi, it was because his former club Napoli took more time than expected to sign the deal that released the Uruguayan star.
Buenas tardes, sí. La verdad que
This is a very rich, motivating and ambitious project. As a player, I always want to win. This is a club that many players would like to join. This is a world-class football club. It is among those clubs that can compete in the Champions League with the ambition to win it. Any footballer needs to be ambitious, needs to have his own goals. And I have said before, my aim is to always go higher. PSG has offered me a very beautiful and important project. That is why I have decided to come here. I want to tell the people in Naples and to the club's president that the experiences I had over there will always stay with me.
Que pueden pelear esa Champions para ganarla. Entonces, para mí...
Now Cavani will look to forge a partnership with fellow PSG striker Zlatan Ibrahimovic, a man notorious for his winning spirit, but also for his overwhelming self-confidence. Yesterday was also PSG sporting director Leonardo's last day with the club. The Brazilian was suspended from attending games in the French Ligue 1 for 1 year after pushing a referee after a game last season. And that ends today's edition of Lunchtime News. Thank you very much for watching. For News First, I'm Shanji Rampati. Goodbye and take care.